What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. We got a new video. So once again, apologizing for being away for so long. Primarily, I don't have good internet at all where I live. And second, I haven't really done much with the truck. I've just been driving it to work and back, but we finally have something new today for the old Silverado. So if you followed this channel since the beginning, I put new tires on this truck pretty much immediately, and we've got almost, 15,000 miles on it. The bigger tires have thrown off the speedometer. Speedometer being off throws off the odometer, the trip computer, and the estimated fuel or average fuel. So today we're finally going to do something about that. So over the 15,142, the truck is saying 15.7. We're going to reset the second trip computer and see how much that changes. And how are we going to do this? Well, I'll show you. So what we got here, this is a Rough Country Speedometer Calibrator, and let's go ahead and open her up. So inside the box here, we get the module itself, we get the instructions, we get the wiring harness, and then we get the USB or micro USB that you got to plug into your computer. So essentially how this works, this module is an inline module. It's going to plug into this wiring harness, which plugs into your truck. But before you do that, you have to plug this into this wire and plug this into your computer, and then download the program that they have. I'll set a clip of that in here. You basically put your stock tire size and your new tire size, and if you don't know what your stock tire size is, this is the driver's side door. It is right there. So it's a little cold out there. We're gonna get this installed here shortly. Essentially, my speedometer is off by about 4 miles per hour. This radar detector, I don't think the refresh rate works with the camera. This radar detector has a GPS speedo in it, so obviously I've monitored that for a while. So if I'm going 50, if the truck thinks I'm going 50, I'm actually going 55. And the main reason I wanted to take care of this is because I'm wondering if it's going to fix my transmission issues. I don't have a huge amount of transmission issues. I'm just wondering if it's going to make it run a little bit cooler. Maybe, not thinking so. And there's a couple questionable shifts, downshifts, full throttle shifts that don't feel great, but I mean, it's inherent with an automatic transmission. Regardless, let's go ahead and get this installed and see if I notice any difference. So obviously I've already plugged it into the computer, and we're gonna get ready to install it here. And just to answer any questions people have, I didn't go with the Pulsar LT because I already have the range AFM DFM disabler, and the only thing the Pulsar would add to that is the speedo calibration. So it's $500 versus this being $200. I didn't really need any of the other features with the Pulsar, so let's go ahead and get this installed. It should be pretty darn easy. So pretty self-explanatory here. This black end goes into right here. So we're gonna get that set up. And then this part, we're on the driver's side. This is the OBD2 port. So literally right under that, right behind it, you see that white connector right there. We're gonna pull that out. So this connector, there's just a little tab on the top there. You just push that down and pull it out. Once again, right next to the OBD2. And then we're gonna take this harness, and I'll show you how to plug it up. So the female end of this plugs into the male end of the factory harness, and that leaves us with the module plugged in over here. And then this male end will go into where we just unplugged the original OE harness right up here behind the OBD2. So we got her all plugged in there. I've just got the module tucked up over there. It does come with zip ties, so to finish it off, we can zip tie it. But let's go ahead and take the truck for a drive. All right, y'all, let's get her started up here. Steering assist is reduced. Truck's not starting. Okay, hold up. Alrighty, that's a little disheartening. But if that red box is not completely plugged in, which I thought I had it fully plugged in, it won't start and throws all those codes. So I just had to check those connections. Anyway, now we're good. A little alarming. So we're gonna reset that trip computer to see what kind of mileage we're getting. And then I'm gonna pull up the digital speedometer. The truck is dirty as hell, so I'm gonna take her to the car wash and let's see how it does. All right, so we're gonna pull on to the back road here and see if I can tell the difference. So there's a good chance it's placebo, but it does seem like the truck is a little bit happier and might even say a little bit more responsive. I can definitely tell, at moderate throttle that the shift points are different, so that's good. And then looking at the speedo right now, 44, GPS says 44, so we are dead on with our stock tire measurement and the new tire. So yeah, just make sure your connections are all good. I I thought I heard that module click in, but I guess it didn't. And obviously, if you're not plugged in, it will brick the truck. And fun fact, you can't pull the keys out. So yeah, make sure that's all plugged in good and in a spot where it's not going to get kicked or come unplugged while you're driving. But so we're going 47 right now. Obviously, the speedometer is correct and accurate, but it also seems the truck is running at a slightly lower RPM at this speed. Getting on the highway here, let's give her some gas. So I'll be honest, those shifts felt absolutely buttery smooth. I've never really had any issues with this transmission based on, you know, driving Ford 10 speeds, Chevy 10 speeds, Chevy 8 speeds, older Ford 6 speeds. I think this transmission is actually very smooth compared to things that are out there these days. The only things that happen are sometimes if it downshifts from second to first, going like up a hill real slow off the throttle, it'll clunk. And there is a spot where that does it every day on my way to work. So it's Sunday, but we'll test it tomorrow. And then a couple times under full throttle like that, instead of, you know, nice snappy shifts, it'll kind of almost feels like it's slipping the clutch or something, but very seldom. So I've really not had any drivability issues with this transmission. I'm just trying to keep it as happy as possible. And on that note, you know, I drive the highway every day about 40 miles now, and the transmission temp really just stays around 165, 170. You know, it never maxes out. If I'm driving mountain passes, it'll get up to 190-ish. And if I'm stuck in traffic going up a hill, it'll get up to 210. And obviously, as y'all know, if I take it off-road, it has the tendency to get up to 250. So I don't know if this is going to impact that in any way, shape, or form. I'm attributing it to the fact that the final drive ratio in this truck is just far too low to push big tires. And yeah, let's monitor this trans temp. The radar is going off. I guarantee there's a cop sitting up here in the median that we can't even see based on this guy hitting his brakes up there. Copper, baby. Love this thing. So just cruise on the highway here, hit a couple stoplights. I can definitely tell that the shift points are different. That is 100%. You know, I typically drive the truck in the same manner on the highway. And the way I can tell is because the exhaust is a lot freaking louder because it's staying at a lower RPM, which is good. And I think makes the truck happier. It's driving as it should. So we're going to get to the car wash here. I guess nutshell, it's probably mostly placebo. I can tell a difference in the shift points, but in terms of the truck being happier, high chance it's placebo. If you plug this into the truck and then took it out and asked me to tell the difference, without knowing that the speedometer or without looking at the speedometer, I would think it's probably pretty similar. Look at these people driving like maniacs up here. Good Lord. Regardless, it does exactly what it says it's going to do. It says it calibrates your speedometer, and it did. And it also allegedly says it updates OE, TCM, I think, or ECM shift points, which it feels like it has, which is good. Other first impressions absolutely freaked me out when my truck wouldn't start and all the lights came on, but that is my problem for not clicking them in all the way. So if your truck does that, check your connections, and if it still does, just unplug it and plug your factory harness back in. That'll fix it all. And yeah, make sure it's not a spot where it'll get kicked. Otherwise, there's a chance that your truck will freak out.